In this video, I want to showcase a website that I've done for a client called Vividize.io. So if I refresh the page, I'll just quickly walk you through the site. It's essentially an app on the Android store, the Google Play, or the App Store in order to learn the language Japanese, essentially. So they needed a website in order to promote their app, and they just wanted a one-page landing page. And you'll notice that everything is very, very custom, and all I had to do was just turn their Figma design into a fully responsive Webflow site with all the functionalities working and responsiveness as well. So that's what I've done. Let me just quickly fly through everything and explain my process. So straight away you can tell this website has a lot of identity. They put a lot of effort into it, like custom illustrations, custom backgrounds. Even the logo is nice. And you'll notice that right here we have this video playing, which is an MP4/MOV file, and it's playing on loop. And I had to write a custom code in order for that video to reset. So you can see right now the fastest way to learn Mandarin, sorry I said Japanese earlier, but Mandarin, you'll notice if I scroll this out of the viewport and I scroll back up, it literally resets the video back to 0 seconds. So a custom code had to be written for that. And you'll notice below that we have download on the App Store and get on the Google Play. So that's the main call to action, to download the app. And the secondary function of the website is essentially to give information in order for them to make that decision to download the app. So scrolling down, we have how it works, and you can see it has very clear chunks. Like it's very minimalistic, but very straightforward. Like this is step one. Once you download the app, this is what you can expect. And there's even a video showing what the app looks like. So it's really nice. I think they put a lot of effort into it. And you'll notice that I've also put in this custom code. If I actually scroll back up, out of viewport width and back in, the video actually resets. So again, the exact same custom script is put into all the videos for a better user experience. So just to recap, let's just say this video is 20 seconds long and it's showing that how the app works, as you can see on the screen. But if you have that on loop by default and you just scroll out of view and then scroll back in view, it will just continue where it left off, which is bad user experience. So custom code was placed in, so it always places the video back from the start point 0 seconds for user experience. Then scrolling down, we have part 2 and then part 3, and you'll notice that it has really cute illustrations throughout, So I say this all the time. What makes up a website? 2 things. One is the font, and one is the illustrations/images/videos you use. That's, in my opinion, in my expertise, what makes up 95% of a website. So they could put a lot of effort into it. And then scrolling down, we have what can you learn section. You'll notice that's this background blob right here. Then we have the CTA section, which is are you ready to go? Download it. If not, here's some testimonials. This is Swiper.js. And this is an endless Swiper.js that I had to figure out how to do. Simply because if this was a CMS, which I'm telling you it's not a CMS, I guess you'll never know. The point is, if this was a CMS, the client would have had to pay for a CMS hosting plan just for this one testimonial section. So I had to figure out a way how to make this a endless Swiper.js without using the CMS functionality, and I managed to do it through custom code. So that was something new to me. And then scrolling down, we have partners, and then another CTA. So really, the way this is laid out, I didn't actually lay it out. They provided the design. It's actually pretty well thought out, So a video explaining everything, then steps, how it works, step 1, step 2, step 3, and then, why, the benefits of the app. Are you ready to go? Let's download it. If not, here are some testimonials for social proof. Here are some partners for more social proof. Now, are you ready to go? So it's a lot of, it's really, really targeted funnel page. So that's really awesome. And then below that's just a footer, and we just have about us page as well, which just goes into the story. So it was made by Felix, the CEO/founder, and I can tell he was very, very passionate. That's why I took on this project. And below that just shows the story. So it started in 2018, and it just shows the story all the way to today or to 2023. So that's the website. A few things to take away from this is number 1, mobile responsiveness. That was very, very important. Whenever a client has a custom design and they just want everything done in exactly how it is in Figma, it's very hard to make it exact unless you use a very responsive unit. So in this case, I built everything using viewport width / ephemeral units, EMs, And you'll notice, for example, right now, I'm actually on a 1920 by 1080 like monitor, not a laptop. So if I actually shrink this browser down to like a laptop size, let me just quickly do that right now. You can see this is what it looks like on a MacBook 13-inch. And you can tell there is absolutely or almost no difference. There's no difference. There's no wrapping of text. There's no different like scalability. It all just scales within your actual screen resolution. So let me just show you that. Right now you can see this. If I just double click it to fill in my screen, you can see that the aspect ratio didn't really change much. Typically, if you use something like pixels or rems, specifically pixels, text might start wrapping. But in this case, viewport width was used. And just a couple of other things to note is this cookie script right here, which just accepts all the cookie details for legal purposes or disclaimer purposes. And typically with this script, this was actually like a default script or default script that has certain branding. I think it was like blue branding, and I had to put in custom code in order to make it look matching with the website. So if you imagine if this was blue, it really detracts from the actual whole experience. That was done. And just lastly, no one really thinks about these things, but what does it look like on mobile? And you'll notice that it's a slightly different design. So if I actually go into dimensions right here and hit responsive, so right now I'm on the inspect tool in Chrome, you can see this is about desktop right here. And then as I scroll down, obviously everything at the top cannot fit in mobile. So this gets collapsed into a hamburger right here. And if I click onto it, I just put this really nice animation where this black logo goes into a white logo. And then this nav menu goes into a cross like so. And everything just slides to the right. I made a tutorial on this on a basic nav bar. So that's how it's done. And if I scroll down, you'll notice everything is mobile responsive. You can see even these custom illustrations right here is still maintaining throughout the site. For example, you look at this girl right here holding the iPhone. If I expand it back up, you can see she's right there. Is that the same image? Is that a different image? Is that a symbol? I guess you'll never know unless you're a developer. And you'll notice that like, how do you even build this? Was this done using CSS Grid? Was it using Flexbox? I'm pretty sure I used Flexbox here. And if I shrink it down, you can see that, how's that possible? These are the things you have to think about. How is it possible that this girl right here is put right there in, I believe, an absolute position to the bottom left? These are the type of things that, I don't think anyone thinks about unless you're a developer, but I'm telling you now. And another challenge that I had with this is these text right here with this background box. I think it has a lot of identity. For example, this how it works. There's this rectangular box behind it. How was that done? And that was done through an image, an SVG image, laid in a text span with a background image filled. That was a bit tricky. But once you get the hang of things, everything is done. Everything's mobile responsive, like I said. And yeah, this is a very, very fun project to work on. I really like working with people who are very passionate. This owner was very, very passionate. It's very obvious. And I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, feel free to check out my site, dereksu.com.au/value, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Peace. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, thanks. Bye.